It's a warm and sunny day here in Washington, D.C., and HU News Vision has the latest news just for you. I'm Alicia Cesar, and this is your weekly news brief. We begin with the latest from the Trump administration. Top national security officials for President Donald Trump, including his defense secretary, texted plans for an upcoming military strike in Yemen to a secure group chat. Jeffrey Goldberg, editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, was added to this group chat by accident.
I worry, honestly, that sharing that kind of information in public could endanger American military personnel.
While other government officials called for concerns regarding the national security breach, President Trump told reporters he was not aware that the highly sensitive information had been shared 2.5 hours after it was reported. Black communities are disproportionately impacted by environmental racism. They are exposed to higher levels of pollution and hazardous waste. Here in the D.C. metropolitan region, environmental racism remains a local problem, but it is also a national one. Kiara McLean has the story.
While environmental racism is not a new issue, it has become increasingly urgent. There are serious health concerns associated with contaminated air, water, as well as waste from factories, and these low-income areas that are predominantly Black face a disproportionate amount of the burden.
I can get outside the car and the air smell different. I'm like, oh, I notice different things. I notice my water's getting polluted, and I'm like, oh, but down the street, Towson has no problems. Why is it that my area where I go to school at has the majority of the problems, and it's not getting addressed? It's getting addressed as though, oh, we're going to work on fixing it, but like, it should never have been a problem in the first place.
Howard University is another HBCU in an area victim to hot weather during warmer seasons and other conditions, as the school sits at one of the highest points in the city.
Howard University being in a predominantly minority area in DC, when environmental issues occur, it is most likely going to happen to these areas first.
According to the Washington Lawyers Committee, Black children have asthma rates at 23% compared to white children at 6.5%, as professionals warn that if these issues persist in low-income areas, they might have negative long-term effects on health. As environmental injustice continues to put low-income neighborhoods at risk, it is crucial that federal and local officials hold polluters responsible and put laws into place that protect these individuals' health. This is Kiara McLean reporting with News Vision.
For additional information and ways to get involved, get in touch with your local or national justice organizations to help resolve this issue. Imagine living in a neighborhood where pollution fills the streets and contaminated water threatens your health daily, a dumping ground. That's the reality for thousands of residents east of the Anacostia River, 87% of them Black, who are battling extreme environmental degradation. News Vision reporter Davis Daly has the story.
The ward is a dumping ground.
Nobody ever comes out to get this debris here. It's just like a rat harborage.
A sacrifice zone, an area treated so insignificantly that there is high exposure to environmental hazards. That is the east side of the polluted Anacostia River, where neighborhoods are flooded with all sorts of trash and lingering contamination from waste sites.
You're seeing trash, and you don't know what that trash looks, what really is in that trash. There's things besides just, innocent plastic bottles.
With the high pollution in and around the Anacostia area and the Kenilworth Park landfill just being 5 miles up north of the Anacostia River, the 87% of Black residents on the east side of this area suffer immensely from the environmental degradation and what is considered a dumping ground.
I see in other parts of the city, they working on the water, cleaning the water up. They need to do more on this side, east of the river.
Environmental issues in Wards 7 and 8 fuel health concerns, with pediatric asthma rates twice the national average. The ARP highlights wellness challenges for Black seniors, and the community meets monthly to address these issues.
We hear from community members on both ends of the spectrum that have concerns around, environmental quality of life not being as great in Ward 7 and Ward 8 because of some of the generational things that have occurred over the years where, you don't want it anywhere else in the city, put it in Ward 7 and Ward 8.
East Anacostia residents will continue advocating for community restoration. As for the river, Commissioner Holcomb says there's a floating goal of one day making it drinkable and swimmable. For HU News Vision, I'm Davis Daly.
Community members are tired of having their living spaces sacrificed and are calling for action, demanding cleaner air and safer water. Hopefully, East Anacostia can be revitalized, bringing the area new life and less concern. It's cherry blossom season, and the trees are predicted to reach peak bloom March 28th, just in time for weekend festivities such as Bloomaroo at the Wharf and the Kite Festival, where guests may take in a vibrant show of kites flying above a background of cherry trees in bloom. These gatherings will include music, food, and activities with a cherry blossom theme. Well, that's all for today. Tune in next week for your news brief. For more stories, you can find us on www.hunewsservice.com. I'm Alicia Cesar. Have a great day.